Hi there everybody and welcome along to the big quiz night in. Tonight it is episode 68 of the live shows, and I'm very happy to be bringing you another quiz night again with 3 quiz rounds for you, different subjects again. This evening we are going to be doing potluck, a family fortunes round and a sci-fi round, and a picture round will be posted on the Facebook page soon after this one. So let's see who can be joining us though for the live quiz, and to start off with, as always, I'd like to share the link out there. So we always start a little bit early to give me a chance to do that and to welcome people onto the live broadcast. So yes, let's see who we've got joining us this evening. Get yourself in the comments as soon as you are, and even if you're watching a repeat of this, you can of course get in your comments and I will acknowledge them all after the show. I'll come back and check the comments whenever I get notifications on it, so please do keep leaving comments even if you are just watching a repeat of the show. I'd love to know if you are watching. So with that said then, let me just get the link shared out there, and if you could do the same, that'd be much appreciated. I will just do that now. Come onto the page and I'll be in the comments to have a chat with you all as well. Thank you for joining. I can see some of you popping up there now. So I'm posting the link out there now so the rest of the Facebook world knows we are live, as I always do at the start of every show. And then we'll be kicking off with our potluck round we're going to do first this evening. Potluck, then family fortunes, our survey says, and then a sci-fi round. We're doing the sci-fi round because it's May the 4th, so I thought I'd bring a little bit of Star Wars and sci-fi kind of stuff into the quiz this evening, but I didn't want to do as much as I wanted to. We're not going to do a full-on Star Wars round, but there is one or two questions about it throughout the evening, which will be fun, I hope. But yes, let's see who's joining us live this evening. Do say hello in the comments. Let's start the conversation because I've just shared the link out there now. So I'm just going to switch over to the quiz profile and say hello to everybody in the comments of the live show. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining in. And Abby will be here hopefully in about 10 minutes time to start the show with her first question. Abby always likes to ask a question, my daughter, at the start of every episode. So she's just sorting herself out and coming onto the show before she goes off to bed tonight. So that's going to be happening in about 10 minutes time. Hello to Ed, glad you could be here, mate. Hope you and Amanda are doing well. Yes, so we'll do that at 8 o'clock and then we'll go straight into the potluck round. Usual 15 questions per round, and we'll see how well you do. Remember, if you are new to the quiz this evening, and I'll be repeating this throughout the night, you do not need to put the answers to any of the questions in the comments, apart from the first one that Abby asked. The rest of them you can keep to yourself and mark your own answers, because it's just for fun. Hello to Luke, welcome along. Hope you guys are doing well also. Thanks for getting in the comments and saying hello. We'll be starting at 8 o'clock, so about 9 minutes time. Always like to get the show started early so that people can get themselves onto the stream and comfortable and ready to go. Lots of different things to talk about in the world of Big Quiz Night In again this evening. Things to update you on, and I just want to close that down. Yes, lots of things going on. Mostly it's TikTok related, so that's a bit of fun I can talk about, but it's great to see all the usuals joining us for the Facebook show. I have missed it. We did Patreon show last week. The Patreon quiz was great, really funny, good fun again, and so it's nice to be back here on Facebook though, and because I know there's some of you that aren't on that side yet, so it's good to do the quiz back on the Facebook main page again. Hello to Jenny, hope you and Team Bath are doing well. Yes, we are good over here too, thank you. Yes, yeah, very much enjoyed that Patreon quiz. It's good fun. I like the format we kind of got going now, the regular kind of rotation of games that we play. Jeopardy and Blockbusters, and then the speed quizzing as well with the app is good fun. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please do follow the link in the description and go to the Patreon link and just have a look at what that's all about there. And stay tuned on the show because I'll no doubt talk about it more throughout the evening. Yeah, so let's see how we go tonight. We've got about 8 minutes left to go until we kick off with our first round. Potluck, general knowledge, 15 questions. It's a good round this evening. I'm looking forward also to that sci-fi round. I want to see how much you know. Our third round of the evening is going to be fun. I think it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. There's nothing really niche about it. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's all pretty popular stuff. But it's just for fun anyway, guys. It doesn't matter if you do well or badly. It doesn't matter at all. Tracy says, good evening, everyone. As it's Happy Star Wars Day, may the 4th be with you and also with you. Just the two of us will be playing as Han Solo and Princess Leia. Of course you will. absolutely brilliant. Yeah, perfect choice. I like it a lot. Welcome along. And good evening to Andy as well. Saw Andy and Amanda chatting away in the comments about the sci-fi round over on our Patreon Facebook group, guys. But yeah, like I said, don't worry too much. It's not going to be anything too niche. One or two questions might be a bit on the tough side, but you know, the usual kind of pub quiz trivia. Nothing's ever too difficult. It's all very gettable stuff, I think. And a few typical pub quiz questions definitely crop up through the rounds this evening. And we haven't done Family Fortunes rounds in a while as well, so that's going to be fun bringing that back. I'm not going to do the sound effects this evening, but I am. It is the same kind of round as before, so you'll get your 15 questions and you have to guess what you think the top answer is for each one. Good evening to Jan. He has joined us. Good evening, everyone. He says, glad I can make it this time. Good luck to all with today's answers. Absolutely, yes. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun, okay? And we've got about 6 minutes to go now as we count down to the start of the live show. Mini Quizmaster's back here again. Mini Quizmaster been popping up on Instagram and also on my TikTok quite often, getting some nice comments about that, which is fun. Something that my wife made in her expert crocheting style to help promote the quiz. I need to do a few more pictures and things with him. It's been a few days since I've done anything, so I need to bring it back, I think, and find something fun to do with him on social media for Big Quiz Night In. Good evening to Vernia, how are you? Hope you are doing well, and everybody at the Britzillions team are doing good. Thank you for your engagements over on TikTok as well. It's great that some of the Facebook regulars are following me over there now too. We're up to, at time of recording, 2,299 followers over on the TikTok side of things. So, and I posted another one like about an hour ago. So, hopefully, the follower count will push into that next 100 bracket after the show. Catherine's here. Good evening, everyone, from Tony and Catherine. Hope everyone is okay. Oh, thank you for joining us, Catherine. Yeah, we are doing good, I think. 5 minutes to go until we start. My daughter will kick the show off as usual with the Tuesday Facebook live shows. She's got a question that's very fitting with the day, shall we say. And then once she's asked her question, we'll move on to the potluck general knowledge round as our first round this evening. I'm still very frustrated with Facebook, by the way. You can probably tell, regulars will know that I like to have my Facebook frames on here with some fancy graphics going on. Previous episodes, if you go back enough, you will see that I've done that before, but I can't do it at the moment, and it's been a few weeks because Facebook seems to hate Facebook pages now, so they're just taking away a load of functionality, which is really helpful, right? But anyway, I've got a nice backdrop as it is, I think. We're doing okay. I just like to advertise the quiz rounds and stuff on the page, you know? Anyway, Vernia says, I love your TikTok. Oh, I love the fact you love my TikTok. It is so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. Honestly, I thought the Facebook live shows would always be like the main thing for me, and that would be it, and everything else would just be a little bit here and there. But it's in terms of engagements and just the fun I have, it's pretty comparable now, because I love doing this show for you guys, and then the TikTok is just a daily little video thing I do, and it's just as much fun. It's brilliant, and loads of comments and tons of requests. It's ridiculous. In fact, I've got about 25-30 requests to get through, posting about 5 videos a day on average. In the tune of Celebration by Fun Factory, let's have a celebration with the quiz and get together in health and harmony. Our quizmaster is coming. Have some fun. Thank you, Jan. I would love if somebody wanted to make a song for the quiz. That would be fantastic. There's a song that I use on my Little Quiz recordings, which is over on Lima, that I'll have shared before. If you go back on this page far enough, you'll see some of the posts where I've shared them here as well, and on my Twitter. Where it's just an audio recording of a quiz, a short quiz. I use some music on there, which is free to use Facebook music that creators like myself and anybody else can use. But it's just so cheesy. I thought that's perfect for my quiz. Perfect. So I just use it as the intro outro for those clips now I do over on Lima. And it's a lot of fun. But nothing with actual words yet. Nothing with actual lyrics. So if anybody wants to do that, that'll be fantastic. I would certainly reward you with some quiz-related content for you in return. Diva's here this evening. She says, hi all, hope everyone's doing well, as is Eric. Eric is here, good evening to you. That's the Blackpool Bar Stewards coming together. Hope you can both be with us this evening. We've got 2 minutes to go, and Abby has just entered the room, staring at me through my light. Thank you, Abby. So we'll bring her in just a moment. I am wearing, by the way, I know it's May the 4th, I am wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. That's what you've got this evening. You can't see it very well, obviously, because of the camera and everything, but I am wearing a Star Wars t-shirt for the day. Okay, thank you, darling. You can come back round now. 1 more minute to go. Hello from Blowy Blackpool. Chris is here as well, as is Jason. Good evening, Jace. Hope you're doing well. Good to see a lot of the regulars at the actual pub quiz on Sunday. We did a bank holiday special there. Normally I'm there Thursdays and Sundays. Since pandemic lockdown laws have eased, they've got me back there on Thursday nights, and I did a one-off for bank holiday on the Sunday just gone, but it'll just be Thursdays going forward for the immediate future at least. But it was great to see a lot of regulars come back for that one. It was good fun, although the telly's broken in the pub, which means I can't extend to it and do any fancy kind of things over on the telly, and it's just really frustrating again. But the quiz itself was great. We had a good turnout. I liked that a lot. Who we got now? Ju says, good evening all, welcome, you're just in time. We're just counting down the seconds until I can bring on Abby to ask the question and the official start of the quiz this evening. But potluck will be round number 1. As soon as Abby's asked her question, we can crack on with that. Then we'll do family fortunes, our survey says, which I know some of you might not have done before actually, so I'll explain how it works, but it's dead simple. And then the sci-fi round will be the third round of the evening. Any and all kind of sci-fi from TV and films goes in that one as well. So that'll be some fun. Eric says they're filming a Star Wars spin-off at the top of my road this week. No, they've closed off part of the promenade in Cleveleys for it. Cleveleys? That's got to be the Andor spin-off. Cassian Andor from Rogue One. I mean, I can get really geeky about it, but anyway, yeah, I know they're filming over here for it at the moment. So it's either that or it's the Obi-Wan series that they're also filming at the moment. There's so much going on in Star Wars land, it's amazing. That's very exciting. See if you can take some sneaky pictures. Send them through to me. That'd be amazing, honestly. Don't go out of your way. No, I just mean Star Wars in general, not literally Star Wars land. Cleveleys, thank you, Chris. Sorry, Cleveleys. That's okay. Yeah, I thought so. Right, it's 8 o'clock. Let's bring Abby in. Let's have a question. Come on in, my darling. Let's ask the question for everybody then. Come into shot. There you go. So, Abby's question then. Not half an hour. She's such a silly one. All right, so here we go with Abby's question. It is obviously going to be a Star Wars question, but this one's multiple choice. You need to pick A, B or C and put your answer in the comments. Yes, so I see Tracy and Diva saying hi to you. Look, there we go. So there's the question then. Get ready to put A, B or C in the comments. If you get it right, you can give yourself a bonus point for the evening. Use it on whichever of the 3 rounds you like. Okay, so here we go.
What is the name of the new animated Star Wars series on Disney Plus from today? Is it A, Order 66, B, Bad Batch, or C, Clone Wars?
I'm going to put it in the comments as well. There we go. So say that again for them.
What is the name of the new animated Star Wars series on Disney Plus from today? Is it A, Order 66, B, Bad Batch, C, Clone Wars? There's your options.
Interesting. So what's the name of the new animated Star Wars series?
Or D, nothing.
I think some of you may have seen the advertisements for it already. Look at this. We started watching the first episode of it today, but didn't realise it was an hour long and we had to get ready for this, so we didn't have time to finish watching it. Andy says, I think D. Good evening to Scylla. Thank you for joining us. We just had Abby's question. So let's see who got it right then. So loads of you have gone with B. And then we've got an A, a couple of A's, a C, a good mixture of guesses in. But here's the person who got it. Well, tell them which is the correct answer first.
It was B.
Bad Batch. Bad Batch is what it's called. We'll explain what it is in a moment. So who's got it right the fastest? In our comments, at least.
Jenny Bath.
Yay, Team Bath, you got yourself a bonus point this evening. Well done to everybody that put B. That is the correct answer.
I'm guessing a lot of you saw it or watched it.
Or maybe they have Disney Plus or saw the adverts for it.
I thought that a lot less of you might have Disney Plus.
Maybe, yeah. Well, there's a lot of you that got it right. That's very good going. Jan says we don't have Disney Plus in Poland, so D for me. They don't have Disney Plus in Poland. Oh, you are missing out, my friend. You need to VPN. You need to get it. It's so good. I'm sure there's a way for you, mate.
There's loads of things on there that you...
Everything.
Everything Disney is on there. It's such a good app.
And Marvel and Star Wars.
When we had Disney Life, and me and Rue got so annoyed because we couldn't have access to it anymore, so we were just like, ugh, just load already. Because it just said Disney Life constantly, and it just wouldn't go away. And then it said, sorry, this app is not in use. And we were like, what the heck? What the heck, man?
I'll give you context on that in a minute. Good night, darling. Love you. All right.
And it was because Disney Life was like just coming in, and we were just like, oh, so we couldn't watch any of our favourite Disney shows.
Okay, thank you for that. They did great, didn't they? Loads of them got it right. We thought it would be tougher than that for them, but hey, well done. Okay, potluck round is coming up.
From me.
Yes, well done. Good night, darling.
Bye.
Watch your toes. Got a wheel over now.
Or E, nothing.
Or E, nothing. So.
Or F, goodbye.
Yeah, Disney Life was the predecessor we had over here to Disney Plus, and it had hardly anything on it really compared to what we've got now. So when that disappeared, they were very confused. There's your context behind it. Yes, and Bad Batch is the new show. Very cool indeed. Thank you for that, guys. I'm glad some of you find that amusing that we get Abby in. Yes, you are making me want to get Disney Plus. Oh, honestly, it's so good. Everything it's got like 99% of everything Disney have ever done on there, and all the Marvel movies, Marvel TV shows, and all the Star Wars stuff, and National Geographic, and it's mental. There's just so much on there. It's better than Netflix, better than Amazon Prime, all of it. We've got both of those too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Disney Plus is the best. All right, more on that later. I'm sure we'll chatter on it as we go, or waffle on, as I say. So potluck is round number 1 then. General knowledge, 15 questions. Don't put your answers in the comments for any of these questions from now on. Keep them to yourselves and mark your own answers at the end of each round. You can ask me to repeat a question if you wish as well, but I'll do those repeats at the end of the round, and then I'll repeat as many as people want. That will give everybody a bit more thinking time on some of the questions as well. Then I'll go through the answers. You can mark your own, of course, because I can't see them. And then you can tell me in the comments your quiz team name, if you've got one, along with your score for that round, if you want to post it in the comments at all. That's up to you, and I'll give you all a shout out if you do, of course. We celebrate with those who do so well, and with those who don't do so well, we commiserate with you, but remember, it is just for fun. Here is question number 1 for 3 points. Which signs of the zodiac are represented by scales, twins, and fish? 1 point for each. Which signs of the zodiac are represented by scales, twins, and fish? That's your first question then. Thank you for all the comments for Abby. I will pass on to her, as always, all the nice things you say. It's really appreciated. Eric is making me watch all the Marvel films in order, Chris says. Excellent, but are you watching them in chronological order or release order? It doesn't matter too much, but when you watch them in release order, you then need to be aware that some of them happen before others in like a timeline of things. They're brilliant though. We love them over here. The only thing it's missing on Disney Plus Marvel-wise are the Spider-Man films. They will be all on there at some point, but the newer Spider-Man films are still, I think Sony have still got a contract with Netflix to have them first, but in time they'll be on there as well. I think that's it. There might be 1 or 2 others, but you better check if you're watching them all. Question number 2. This is a fun one. Question 2. Which creatures gather collectively in a smack? Is it salmon, sardines, or jellyfish? I will tell you what the collective noun is for all of those, but which ones gather collectively in a smack? Is it salmon, sardines, or jellyfish? Let's just keep up with the comments. Yeah, we've been talking to the kids, and the kids have been asking us if we can do a rewatch of all the Marvel films, especially with the series they're now doing. They need reminding of everything that's happened before when we watch the new shows we're going into. So we shall have to do a rewatch as well at some point. Okay, question number 3. Which authors created Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, and George Smiley? 1 point for each. Which authors created Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, and George Smiley? For another 3 points. Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, and George Smiley. Name the authors that created them for 1 point each. Right, question number 4 now. Question 4 is a 50-50 shout. Who is tallest between Prince Harry and Prince William? Who is the tallest of those brothers, Harry and William? Choose one, please. Quite a few multiple point questions again in this round, as you normally find in our quiz rounds, of course. They're very rarely just 1 point per answer. Jan says, I'd love to watch the X-Men cartoon from the 90s with that awesome theme song. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus because they own Fox. They own 20th Century Fox. So again, when you get Disney Plus, you can watch that and the films if you wanted to. We've just watched all the X-Men films with the kids to introduce them to those films. We didn't watch the spin-off films they did. Obviously, I haven't shown them Logan. It's a bit too grown up for them. But the main X-Men films we watched, trying to explain all the timey-wimey bits in the later films was a bit fun, but they liked them. They got something out of them at least. Okay, your next question is question 5. In which German cities can you visit the Brandenburg Gate, Oktoberfest, and the tallest cathedral in Germany? In which German cities, 1 point for each, could you visit the Brandenburg Gate, Oktoberfest, and the tallest cathedral in Germany? Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to tell if you match up each one to the correct city. So if you just write down the 3 cities in Germany that you think these answers are against, then you get 1 point for each, even if you got them a bit mixed up, I don't mind. But 1 point for each, okay? In which German cities can you visit the Brandenburg Gate, Oktoberfest, and the tallest cathedral in Germany? Okay. Let's move on then to the next question then. Question number 6. What was Wendy's surname in Peter Pan? What was Wendy's surname in Peter Pan? Another 3-pointer for question 7. As always, if I go too fast through the questions, just ask me to repeat them at the end. What names, for question 7, do US citizens use for what we, the British, call tights, tracksuit bottoms, and bowler hats? What names do US citizens use for what the British call tights, tracksuit bottoms, and a bowler hat? 1 point for each. I didn't actually know about the bowler hat one. That's new to me. The other 2 I knew, but that one, did not know that. Every day's a school day, isn't it? All right, question number 8 now. Question 8. Which company introduced the Jaffa cake to the United Kingdom? Which company introduced the Jaffa cake to the United Kingdom? I've got some new comments I can see coming in on my phone's camera that I'm recording to you now on, but they haven't come through on my Chromebook yet. When they appear, I will read them out. Okay, your next question then is question number 9. All right. The chemical symbols from which 3 different elements, just 3 this time, we do these questions often, spell the word space when placed next to each other. The chemical symbols from which 3 different elements spell the word space when placed next to each other. So for 3 points, name the chemical elements whose symbols spell the word space when placed next to each other. It's only 3 for this one. Yeah, for some reason the comments aren't updating here. Let me just refresh and then I'll get to them. I can see that Martin's joined us. Martin and Nicola, no doubt. Let me just have a look and see if they're here. There we go, that's better. Right, Jew says, I signed up for the first year of Disney Plus, then had no choice for the second year as it auto-renewed, but kids love it. Big kids love it too. Honestly, there's something for everybody on there. Not that I'm sponsored by them or anything, far from it, but honestly, it's brilliant. Martin says, hola Chris and everyone, let's get quizzical, running a bit late. Kids' activities overrunning. How rude on a quiz night. So we'll do this retrospectively later after they've gone to bed. That's fine, as long as you let me know your scores, guys. You know I'm always keen to see how you got on. And I hope you guys like the picture round that's coming up tonight. I'm really chuffed with it. I tend to be quite chuffed with it when I make it. If it's one that the boss made, who I host my pub quizzes for, then, you know, it's fine. They're good fun. But when I make them, it's like, yeah, I'm quite chuffed I made that. Juice says, of course, big kids too. Yeah, absolutely. All right, your next question then. Question number 10. Benjamin Franklin's face appears on which US banknote? Benjamin Franklin's face appears on which US banknote? Yeah, the picture round this evening is going to be movie poster picture round. So I've cropped out of the picture the title of the movie. You need to look at the picture, which is obviously from that poster still, or a poster of a movie, and work out which one it is. There's a good mix of them. They're not all new by a long shot. So there's a good mix of different movies, old and new. And yeah, it's quite fun. I hope you like it. Give me some feedback on it, please do. Leave comments when it's posted later on. Let me know what you think and how you get on. I'll post the answers in the comments as always afterwards as well. Question number 11 is for 3 points. Which songs beginning with the word baby were UK hit singles for Britney Spears, 3 of a Kind, and Transvision Vamp? Which songs beginning with the word baby were UK hit singles for Britney Spears, 3 of a Kind, and Transvision Vamp? 1 point for each. Okay, let's move on to question 12 then. Question number 12. Which one of the Weasley twins in Harry Potter books is the eldest? Which one of the Weasley twins in Harry Potter books is the eldest? I assume in the films as well. I don't know because I've not seen them or read the books. But which one of the Weasley twins in Harry Potter is the eldest for 1 point? Right, question 13 is for 3 more points. Put these statues into the correct order with the tallest structure first. The Statue of Liberty, Christ the Redeemer, and the Statue of Unity. Put these statues into the correct order with the tallest structure first. The Statue of Liberty, Christ the Redeemer, and the Statue of Unity. don't think I've ever heard of the Statue of Unity until this either. I don't know why. Wow. All right. Let's go to the last, the penultimate question next. Question 14. We're on to Roald Dahl for question 14. According to Roald Dahl, who was headmistress at Cruncham Hall? According to Roald Dahl, who was headmistress at Cruncham Hall? Our kids watched the movie version of this particular story very recently and loved it. It's a good one, in fairness. According to Roald Dahl, who was headmistress at Cruncham Hall? And finally then, question 15 for 3 more points to finish off the round. Behind the elephant, which are the 3 heaviest land mammals on Earth? Behind the elephant, which are the 3 heaviest land mammals on Earth? 1 point for each. You don't have to put them in the right order, but just name the 3 heaviest after the elephant. Yes, so 1 point for each on that one. Let me know which ones you would like me to repeat in the comments now, please, and then I would do my best to repeat them for you. Jan says about the Statue of Liberty, I watched recently Despicable Me and laughed hard on the scene where Gru bragged about stealing the Statue of Liberty, but not the original. Yeah, I love those films. If I will drag the whale to the land, will it count? I'm afraid no. The whale does not count. No, even if it was on land. But yes, let me know if you would like any other questions repeated. There are plenty of points there, so I understand if you want me to repeat any of the multiple point questions. Whilst I see or give you that thinking time and let some comments come in, let me share with you the link for our nominated charity. If you are feeling so inclined, the charity is Secret Santa 365. They help lots of children and young families that are struggling through this kind of pandemic at the moment, and in general, you know, children in hospitals and all sorts of people that are struggling across the county where I live, which is Oxfordshire. And so they've been doing something called Laptops for Learners, where people are donating laptops and then they're refurbishing them and donating them to people who haven't got the ability to learn from home or to work from home for whatever reason. So yeah, there've been lots of people helped out. And actually recently, earlier today in fact, I posted about the fact that the person who created Secret Santa 365, a lady called Courtney, who's a full-time NHS nurse. I can't remember exactly what she does, but she works full-time for the NHS and then does this charity work on top of that. She's up for an award officially through the NHS as well. So that's very exciting for her, well deserved. But yeah, that's the nominated charity. I've got connections to it, so it makes sense that I stay connected to that as we move on with this. If you wanted to do anything to help, everything you need to know is on that link there. Even if you just wanted to have a look and see what they do, that's that. I'm not seeing any requests for repeats, so this is your last chance to ask for repeats, which will give me enough time to read the last couple of comments that have come in, and then I'll give you the answers to that round. Right, so Jan says, recently heard a joke. A man asks 2 women on the street, are you 2 girls from England? Wales. Oh, sorry, are you 2 whales from England? Oh dear. I'm impressed that you spelled Wales both ways correctly, to be honest, unless you copy and pasted that from somewhere else. But yeah, very funny. I'm sure that joke or jokes like it have never been made up before. But that's brilliant. Thank you for that. Amanda says, I think if John can drag a whale to the shore, he should get a bonus point. Do you know what? If he could, yes, he would absolutely get a bonus point. However, please don't. Right, I've not had any requests for repeats, so you must all be experts at that round. So let's see how you got on as I reveal to you the answers for our first round of the evening. Question number 1 then. Which signs of the zodiac are represented by scales, twins, and fish for 3 points? It is Libra, Gemini, and Pisces. Chris says, especially if he can make it count. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, all right. So Libra, Gemini, and Pisces for question 1. Question 2, which creatures gather collectively in a smack? Is it salmon, sardines, or jellyfish? It is a smack of jellyfish. I don't really know why. If you were interested, it's a run of salmon and a family of sardines, but it is a smack of jellyfish. Maybe it's because that's what you want to do when you see them to try and get them away from you. You want to smack them away. I don't know. I've got no idea why, but that's what it's called. Question 3. Which authors created Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, and George Smiley? It is Arthur Conan Doyle, Agatha Christie, and John le Carré. John le Carré? It's got an accent over the E. I think it's John le Carré. For 3 points. Question 4. Who is the tallest, Prince Harry or William? Prince William is taller, but I thought it was a bigger gap than this, but it's 6'2" compared to 6'1", so it's really not that much different. Question 5. In which German cities could you visit the Brandenburg Gate, Oktoberfest, and the tallest cathedral in Germany? It is Berlin, Munich, and Cologne for 3 points. Question 6. What was Wendy's surname in Peter Pan? It was Wendy Darling. Question 7 for 3 more points. What names do US citizens call what we call the tracksuit bottoms, tights, and the bowler hat? So tights are pantyhose, tracksuit bottoms are sweatpants, and a bowler hat is a derby hat, or a derby hat, I imagine they say. Derby. Right, so question number 8. Which company introduced the Jaffa Cake to the United Kingdom? It is McVitie's in 1927. At the time, they were McVitie's and Price. Question 9. The chemical symbols from which 3 different elements spell the word space when placed next to each other? 1 point for each. Sulfur, protactinium, and cerium. Brandenburg Gate, Berlin, Oktoberfest, Munich, Bavaria. Yes. Cathedral, Cologne. Yes, it is. Yeah, in the order I said it. Yeah. Thank you for that, Jan. Yeah, so sulfur, protactinium, and cerium for the 3 points, that one. Question 10. Benjamin Franklin's face appears on which US banknote? It is the $100 bill. Question 11. The songs beginning with the word baby were UK hit singles for Britney Spears, 3 of a Kind, and Transvision Vamp. For Britney Spears, it is Baby One More Time. For 3 of a Kind, it's Baby Cakes. And Transvision Vamp, Baby I Don't Care. You know, at the time when it was released, that Britney Spears song, Baby One More Time, didn't really twig like how bad it sounded, I don't think, in terms of the lyrics. And then as I got older, the more I thought about that song, every time I heard it ever since then, it was kind of like, hit me, baby, one more time. Why is she wanting somebody to hit her? I don't know. Just really strange song when you think about it. Right, question 12. Which one of the Weasley twins in Harry Potter books is the eldest? It is Fred. Fred Weasley. Question 13. In terms of the tallest structures, put these statues into the correct order, with the tallest first. So the tallest is the Statue of Unity, which is 597 feet. Then you've got the Statue of Liberty, which is 305 feet, and then it's Christ the Redeemer at 124 feet. Question 14. According to Roald Dahl, who was headmistress at Cruncham Hall? That is from the story Matilda. It is Miss Trunchbull. Agatha Trunchbull in full. Question 15 then. Behind the elephant, which are the 3 heaviest land mammals on Earth? It is the rhino, then the hippo, then the giraffe. For 3 points again. So there were stacks of points available there. 31 in total, because I had to change one of the questions around. Have I heard about the new statue of Jesus built in Brazil? No. Is this another joke? It's so hard to tell with the way comments go. Have you heard about the new statue of Jesus built in Brazil. Go on. Also, let's see your team scores. Don't forget to put your team names in the comments as well. If you have a team name, if you haven't got a team name, then just put your score in. That's fine. It would be nice to have some more quiz team names. Just the two of us. Hans Solo. Come on, Tracy. Han Solo. And Princess Leia scored 19. I'll let you off just this once. Hans Solo. I'm sure it was just a typo. 19 points. 23 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. 20 for Diva. Very well done. 20 for Team Bath. Another good score. Let's see how the rest of you have done then. Keep those scores coming in. We'll get on to Family Fortunes in just a moment. Not a joke. They're building a new statue of Jesus somewhere in Brazil. Bad way to spend money during a pandemic, if you ask me. Yeah, almost as bad as spending £200 million on a boat called Prince Philip. I mean, who would do such a thing during a pandemic? Right? Google that if you don't know what I'm on about. Right. No, I had not heard of that, Jan. 20, where we go, 20 for the Wee Donkeys. I like that team name. 20 points, good score. 23 out of 31 for the Royal Back in Black team. Excellent. 24 for Britzillians. Yes, Tracy's putting some funny emojis in here. Wee Donkeys, Jenny says, best name ever. It's brilliant. I like it. Yeah, 22 for Luke and Jane. 18 points for me for the first round. Very well done. Good scores, guys. Thanks for that. Right, well, if anybody else wants to... Oh, yes, Vernia says well said as well. She's agreeing with us. Good. And Vernia's from Brazil, so she should absolutely have the authority to give her opinion on this. It's a ridiculous thing to spend money on, isn't it, these things? Yeah, spend it on keeping your people, you know, alive, maybe? Just a thought. Just throw that crazy idea out there. Keep your people alive. Okay, round number 2 is Family Fortunes. If there's any other scores that need to be posted in the comments, I will still read them out. But Family Fortunes works like this, because we've not done it for a while, so I'll give you a reminder. And to anybody that's new, here we go. 15 questions that were asked in a survey to 100 people, taken from the actual Family Fortunes TV show, all the games that have been released over the years, or the online database of questions that you could access. So therefore they're all genuine answers in the popularity order. I've got the top 5 answers listed. If you guess the top answer correctly, you get 5 points. Okay? And then running down through the scores, 4, 3, 2, and 1 point if you get the least popular answer. If you guess your answer for that question and it's not one of the top 5, you get nothing for that one. Okay, we move on. I don't know what's going on in these comments now. Okay, so you only need to try and work out what you think the top answer is for each question. All right, and only, if you don't mind, only write down one guess. Don't write down multiple guesses and then delete as applicable and give yourself the most points, because that's not how this works. Only guess for the top answer and give yourself the points accordingly. Okay. So 15 questions. Here we go then with question number 1. Name something a child might take to bed for security. Name something a child might take to bed for security. Obviously, don't put these in the comments. Keep them to yourselves. Same as all the other rounds. I can repeat questions at the end of the round again as per usual. In Poland, Jan says we have a charity organisation that is organising concerts, auctions, etc. to buy medical equipment. This year they collected over $50 million US. That's a nice result. It is. That's amazing. At the same time, our government spent $500 million for the public TV. So still, a boat sounds more reasonable. I mean, in fairness, people, if you're stuck inside, then having good TV is a nice thing. But yeah, maybe not spending that much. I don't know. I don't know if I could put a price on that kind of thing. But that's why I'm doing this really for people, and I have been doing it for the past year, just to try and entertain people and give them something different to look forward to. People need that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, but that's good that a charity's doing that. 50 million is pretty good. Right, question number 2 then. Name a female comedian who also acts on TV. Name a female comedian who also or has also acted on TV. That's your second question in the Our Survey Says round. A female comedian who also acts on TV. What could the top answer be from our survey? So remember, if you guess an answer and it's not there, but you think, but I guessed a correct answer, well, if it's not one of the top 5 from our survey, then it's tough, isn't it, really? It's a survey. Sometimes there's even wrong answers in these top 5, but people who have just guessed it presuming it was a right answer. And when I read them out in the pub, or when I used to read these out in the pub, I'd get slated because it would be an incorrect answer. And it's like, but if it's a survey, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, does it? It's a survey of 100 people. There you go. Oh, Jan says, you're great at doing these quizzes. Hope you will never stop. Awesome to meet people and have fun. Thanks so much for this. Oh, no, I love the community we've got going here, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's great to know that some of you like to hear me waffle on for an hour and a half once a week. And deliver some quiz fun for you. All right, question number 3. Name something you'd find in a full English breakfast. Name something you'd find in a full English breakfast. What could be top of the survey for that question? Yeah, initially I didn't plan on it becoming the thing that it was, but then I don't think anybody planned on the pandemic becoming the thing that it was either, right? So it just kind of kept going and going and going and going. I was like, well, I'm going to have to keep doing this now, aren't I? And then I just wanted to keep doing it, and it's span off so many other things for me as well, so I'm so grateful for it. Yeah. What a crazy time we live in, eh? All right. Your next question is question number 4. Name a well-known maker of tea bags. Name a well-known maker of tea bags. Obviously, this survey was conducted in the UK, so Jan, as always, bear that in mind. And anybody else, Team Bath, anybody else not in the UK, the survey was a UK survey. I know the show is probably franchised out to many other countries, but these are UK audiences that were surveyed, shall we say. Oh, Catherine says, thank you so much for doing this. Oh, it's nice to have some new names pop up in the comments, to be honest. You know, when you've been doing this for a year and entertaining that same crowd for that long, it's always lovely when new people can join us. So thank you for being back here again, or for being here in general. There's a few people that obviously watch every now and then and don't go in the comments, and that's fine. I have been contacted by people offline before, or rather out of public places for comments. And they've said the same thing, so that's nice. But it's much more fun when we get lots of people talking in the comments as well, for the live shows anyway. All right, question number 5 now. Question 5. Name a bird that has a recognisable call. Name a bird that has a recognisable call. I am shocked that one particular bird is not in this list, sorry. I'll say that afterwards. I won't tell you one of the answers that's not here now, obviously. But name a bird that has a recognisable call for question 5. All right, question number 6. Question 6. Name a cake that is named after a place in Britain. Name a cake that is named after a place in Britain. A cake that is named after a place in Britain. I know I said this a couple of weeks ago, but I really feel also that what I've earned from this, doing the Patreon side of things and the merchandise selling and all that, is kind of coming to a point now where I'm almost at my target to purchase the new equipment that I want to get to kind of take this to the next level, and my Patreon quizzes to the next level. And so once that's done and I've got that, I'm gonna look at changing again and completely simplifying Patreon to something different. Maybe just making just one price point for everybody, maybe, because I'll have I'll have got what I needed to get from it to take it and to set me up for the future doing this, which was my main goal when I started to do Patreon. So it's quite exciting, because once that happens, it won't matter if Facebook works or not, because I can do my own stuff this side rather than relying on Facebook to work, which is no fun. Yeah, more on that in a bit. Question number 7. Name one of Hollywood's big 6 film studios. Name one of Hollywood's big 6 film studios. I mean, technically, there's, no, I suppose they do still exist. There's been a lot of buying and selling since this last round was last hosted, I should say. But you can still, yeah, they're still technically a big 6, I guess you could say. So yeah, see how you go with this one. I'll explain what I mean when I read out the answers. But we shall see. Alright, question number 8 now. Question 8. Name a game that you can gamble on in a casino. Name a game that you can gamble on in a casino. Okay, your next question then, Name something, for question 9, name something you used to collect as a child. Name something you used to collect as a child. I think your answer is going to vary wildly depending on what generation you are. So it's going to be interesting to see. Regulars of my quizzes will know the joke of the kind of people that are normally surveyed for these answers. So you might be able to have a better educated guess of what the answers are here. So we shall see. This very much, in some ways, fits into that. Question number 10. Name something husbands borrow from their wives. Name something husbands borrow from their wives. Juice says woodlouse. What? Jan says, oh wow, in Italy, 4 series before the season finale, 3 teams in Serie A has 69 points. In Spain, still 3 teams can collect the championship. Very interesting season, football fans. Yeah, it sounds it. I saw that Jose Mourinho has now been announced as the Roma manager. Although apparently Spurs are going to continue to pay some of his salary for a set period of time, because I don't think they were expecting him to get into work so quickly. You used to collect woodlouses. What is it when you've got many woodlouses? Is it woodlouses? I don't know. I've never even thought about it like that. That's a very unusual thing to collect. What, did you keep them all in a little box or something? That's so random. Right, question 11. Speaking of football, name an ex-footballer who has been knighted. Name an ex-footballer who has been knighted. She kept them all in a little box. Wow. Gee, I had no idea. What's a woodlouse? Okay, hold on. I'll look that up for you. Let me get a... It's a little insect. Woodlouse. Yeah. Plural. Woodlice. Okay, there we go. I never thought of it like that. Okay, of course it's woodlice. Okay. Yeah, they've got like a little kind of shell on the back. A crustacean from the monopelithic suborder of something. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Yeah, you typically find these bugs in old wood lying around in like fields and stuff. You'd lift it up and then you'd see all these insects underneath. Woodlouse would be some of the ones you'd see underneath. At least over here. I presume you get them elsewhere. Footballer alive or dead? I don't think it matters if they were knighted. Just says name an ex-footballer who has been knighted. So it doesn't matter. We'll confirm. They turn into little balls. Yeah, when they're scared or dead, they roll up into a ball because they've got that kind of armoured shell look to them. They curl up into a ball like an armadillo would, I guess. But much, much smaller, obviously. God, imagine if they were that big. Ugh, you wouldn't collect them then. Such a random conversation. Okay, question 12. Name a film that gave Liam Neeson a memorable role. Name a film that gave Liam Neeson a memorable role. Yes, do keep those appropriate emoji reactions coming in, by the way. I haven't said this recently, but every engagement on anything on social media helps the person that posts it. Obviously, I don't get paid by Facebook or anybody for it, but it helps put this in front of more people if people are liking, commenting, and sharing, and engaging, and doing all that stuff, okay? So, in theory, more people may discover what I'm doing here if you keep doing that. So, thank you very much for all that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, question 13. Name a one-word solo UK hit single for Christina Aguilera. So, a UK hit single for Christina Aguilera for her solo career, not any collaborations, and it has one word in the title. Still laughing about that. Woodlouse. Brilliant. Alright, I will repeat questions again if you need me to. Question 14. Past or present, name a car manufacturer whose name begins with the letter A. Past or present, name a car manufacturer whose name begins with the letter A. And finally, question 15 then. Question 15. Name a film that gave Catherine Zeta-Jones a memorable role. Name a film that gave Catherine Zeta-Jones a memorable role. That's the last question. So have a think about that. Let me know if you need anything repeated. And I will do my usual kind of spiel between rounds as always while I wait for you to comment. So for this one then, the link I'm now putting in the description as a reminder is my Linktree link. And that's basically got a shortcut to everything I do everywhere on it. So obviously there's a link to the Facebook page on there. But you've also got Twitter and Instagram. You've got my TikTok, which is going very well at the moment as well. As I mentioned at the top of the show, I should be now at 2,300 followers. Should be by now. It's growing at a steady rate, and it was just below that about 2 hours ago now. So yeah, that's very exciting because that is something that I can turn into some kind of money-making thing for me, which is really helpful, obviously. In terms of growing Big Quiz Night In. So that's very exciting for me as well. So that link is there, and also how you can support me on Patreon, buymeacoffee.com, lots of different places. So that's all good fun. The other thing I was asked to do on there, you know how we've all got our little profile pictures, the little circles, right? A couple of people over on TikTok asked if, or actually didn't ask, they took my Big Quiz Night In one, which you can see, which has got Big Quiz Night In Live written on it, and use it as their own profile picture. They started to do that because that's how kids today represent what they like, right? Which is fair enough. But I said, no, please don't do that. Because it's confusing in the comments when they comment. And then I see my comments as well. And it's confusing other people. So I made them one to use instead. And so it's got that avatar on it, the little picture of me there. And it says Quizzer underneath. And yeah, so I made that and people can download it from there too. So that's what that is if you wonder. If you have a look at my Linktree, that's what's going on with that. Yeah, so that's all good fun, but it's all there if you want to have a look if you didn't know that already. I know I bang on about these things, but it's important for content creation that I do that. Okay, no repeats have come in again, guys. You are all on the ball this evening, aren't you? Don't worry if you do have a repeat, and I've just said that, because I will still repeat it for you if you want. It's no problem. But there you go. So let's go through the answers then, I guess. So I will read each question and then the answers in reverse order. So from the lowest scoring answer in our survey, which gives you 1 point, then 2, 3, 4, and then 5 points for the top answer. Okay? I won't say that for every question, but you'll get the gist of it as we go along for those who are doing this for the first time. So question 1, name something a child might take to bed for security. 1 point for a torch, then a dummy or pacifier, then a special toy for 3 points, a special blanket for 4, or comforter, and the top answer is a teddy bear. Specifically a teddy bear. Question number 2, I guess you could have soft toy for the top answer as well. You know, something like that's fine. Question 2, name a female comedian who has also acted on TV. We have Victoria Wood for 1 point, Catherine Tate for 2, Jennifer Saunders for 3, Miranda Hart for 4, and the top answer is Dawn French. No, Jan, there's no knife or baseball bat in there, I'm afraid. Remember, this is in the UK, so I don't know what it's like in Poland, but it's not that bad in most places over here. Very funny, though. Okay, so yes, the Dawn French was the top answer for that last one. Question 3, name something you'd find in a full English breakfast. We have fried bread for 1 point, baked beans for 2, fried bacon for 3, sausages for 4, but the top answer is fried egg, which is awesome. No Whoopi Goldberg. No, it's not. It's all, though they are all British, and that one, I'm afraid, mate. Although Whoopi Goldberg's a great shout. We've been rewatching Star Trek Next Generation over the past few weeks, and as soon as you get to the episode she's in, you know it's a good episode, and it always is. She's brilliant. Okay, question 4. Name a well-known maker of tea bags. Lipton for 1 point, Tai-Fu for 2, Twinings for 3, Tetley for 4, but the top answer is PG Tips. Question 5. Name a bird that has a recognisable call. 1 point for parrot, then cuckoo, a peacock for 3 points, an owl for 4. The top answer is a cockerel. I was expecting kookaburra to be on there. We went to Millet's Farm Falconry the other day, and there was a kookaburra there. Absolutely stunning. And it was so loud. It sounds like a monkey laughing when they start going. And it really did. It's amazing. But yeah, it's not on there. There you go. Parrot, cuckoo, peacock, owl, and cockerel. Question 6. Name a cake that is named after a place in Britain. We have Bakewell Tart for 1 point, Eccles cake, Chelsea bun, a Bath bun, for Team Bath, of course, and then the top answer was Dundee cake. Question 7. Name one of Hollywood's big 6 film studios. We have Universal Pictures, 20th Century Fox for 2 points. Now, they are now owned by Disney, but those movies still have 20th Century Fox at the start of them, if you watch them on Disney Plus, which many of them are now. Then we have Disney Studios for 3, then Warner Brothers for 4 points, and the top answer is Paramount Pictures. Paramount Pictures for 5 points. Question 8. Name a game you can gamble on in a casino. We have craps or dice for 1 point. We have slot machines for 2. Poker, all types of poker for 3 points. Blackjack, or pontoon you could call it, for 4 points. The top answer, though, is roulette. The roulette wheel. Oh, Team Bath put Eccles cake instead of a Bath cake. Oh, no way. Never mind. All right, question number 9. Name something you used to collect as a child. Right, we have model cars. We have cards, like different kind of playing cards, I guess. Autographs, dolls, but the top answer is stamps. Because of course it is. Question 10 was name something husbands borrow from their wives. We have a pen, a hairdryer, deodorant, the car, and the top answer is money. There we go. Yeah, that was a very odd experience when I had to borrow the hairdryer from Chrissy because of this, you know, because I never needed one before. Woodlouse for 10 points. Yeah, alright. No. No football stickers. No, it's not there, Diva. I know. This is what I mean. It's a generational thing. Those all come across as things that an older generation would normally collect, typically. But football stickers must be close to the top 5, surely, because they've been around for a long time too. But yeah, I don't know. All right, question number 11. Name an ex-footballer who has been knighted. We have Stanley Matthews, Jeff Hurst, Bobby Robson for 3 points, Bobby Charlton for 4. Top answer, Alex Ferguson. So Alex Ferguson, the top answer. Is that not what's meant by cards? I mean, cards and stickers aren't the same thing, are they? Football cards, if they were cards, yeah. But if this was in the pub and I saw somebody wrote down football stickers, I wouldn't give them the point when I knew that cards was for 2 points. You know, if they were cards in general that weren't stickers, that was different. But no, cards is not the same as stickers. Football cards is fine. Any kind of cards is fine. But if they're stickers, they're not cards, they're stickers. Out of curiosity, is David Beckham knighted? I don't know. He's not Sir. No, I don't think he is. He's got something. He's got, is it an OBE he's got? I think. OBE. Oh, look at that. It's like I'm a quiz master, isn't it? Yeah, David Beckham is an OBE. Yeah, so he's not Sir or anything like that. I think that's the same that Jimmy Greaves has got, which is criminal, because Jimmy Greaves should be a Sir. He really should be. Not that I'm a biased Spurs fan or anything. Right, number 12. Jace agrees, yeah. So name a film, then, for number 12 that has given Liam Neeson a memorable role to date. We have Gangs of New York, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Taken, Batman Begins, but the top answer is Schindler's List. Question 13. Name a one-word solo UK hit single for Christina Aguilera. We have Candyman, which is brilliant. I love that song. It's very old school, wartime kind of jive song. It's brilliant. And then we have Hurt, Dirty for 3 points with 2 R's, because of course it is. Fighter for 4 points. And the top answer is Beautiful for 5 points. Question 14. Past or present, name a car manufacturer whose name begins with the letter A. We have the Acura, Audi for 2 points, Alfa Romeo for 3, Austin for 4 points, but the top answer, Aston Martin. And finally, question 15. Name a film that gave Catherine Zeta-Jones a memorable role. We have Entrapment, which is the one with Sean Connery in. Then we have Traffic, The Terminal, The Mask of Zorro for 4 points, but the top answer is Chicago, or Chicago, as I jokingly sometimes call it. So there we go. There are your answers. Let me know if you need anything repeated there, because there's a lot of different points to take into account. But 5 points for the top answer of each question, if that's what you've got. Good luck. Tally up your scores and put them in the comments, please. And let's just see how well you did in that round. And then we'll move on to round number 3, which is our sci-fi round. Sci-fi round because it's May the 4th. So a little bit of Star Wars in there, only a little bit. Just a smattering of it throughout the round. There's a little bit of it in the picture round as well, though. So bear that in mind. One thing I'll say to pass the time as the rest of your scores come in, in the pitch around this evening, when you're looking at those movie posters, some of them are sequels. So you don't get the point for that picture or for that movie if you don't get the right sequel. Okay? And if you really know your movies, you know which one's which. They're not all like that, but some of them are. So just bear that in mind. When I post the answers, be honest with us. Don't give yourself a point unless you get the right movie. All right. Jan says 46 points for me. 46 as well for Blackpool Bar Stewards. 58 for Diva. 54 for Team Bath. Jan says after 3 questions with 0 points, I managed to recover later. That is impressive. That is very impressive. Well done. Luke's got 44 points. Catherine says, for the wee donkeys, it's 43 points. Good score. Just the two of us, Han Solo and Princess Leia, scored 58. Me and Andy both used to collect rubbers, erasers when we were young. Had some lovely smelly ones. Brilliant. I've got badges. Badges I used to collect. I've still got them, believe it or not. We're going to do something with them, but we just don't have the space in this little house that we're renting at the minute. Once we move out, though, yeah, we're going to do something with them, I think. Unless we threw them out. I'm sure we still got them, though. I forget now. They're somewhere, I'm sure they are. Anyway, that was what I used to collect, badges from like birthdays and events and all sorts. I've got hundreds of them I had. Right, 49 out of 75 for the Royal House of Black. 46 for Scylla. Badges, yeah, not badgers, as in pins, badges, those kind of things, yeah, that you would pin on your shirt. Badges, yeah. Oops, sorry, 47 for the wee donkeys. Okay, that's still good. That's still good. Good scores, guys. Well done. And again, if there's any more to read out, I will do. But sci-fi is around number 3 because may the 4th be with you. All right. So here we go then. 15 questions, 1 point for each correct answer unless otherwise stated. I really love these kind of rounds. This is very much my jam when it comes to things I like to watch and to be geeky about. So I hope you enjoy it too and it's not too tricky for you. Question number 1. In our sci-fi round, which 2 FBI agents investigated originally in the X-Files? I say originally because one of them was swapped out for a different character later on, and then the original one came back without giving anything away. But the original 2. Which 2 FBI agents investigated the X-Files? Surnames is enough, but full names will be welcome as well. Uh-oh, sci-fi. Diva says. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, don't worry. 54 for Britzillions. Great score, well done. Okay, question number 2. What does the T stand for in James T. Kirk? That's a Star Trek question. If you didn't know who that is. What does the T stand for in James T. Kirk? And it's not like the J in Homer J. Simpson. Although it'd be funny if it was. What does the T stand for in James T. Kirk? Question number 3 now. Question 3. Agent J and Agent K were the principal characters in which blockbuster movies? Agent J and K were the principal characters in which blockbuster movies? There's a franchise that went downhill. Again, no spoilers, but started off really well and then not so well. Question number 4 is for 3 points then. Name the computer systems that star in 2001: A Space Odyssey, in Red Dwarf, and in the Terminator series of films. Name the computer systems that star in 2001: A Space Odyssey, Red Dwarf, and the Terminator series of films. Chris says, I was going to get my coat, but I knew the first 3. See? It's not that scary, is it? Wait till you get to the end of this round. I bet you've got plenty more points as well. And if this is the thing, this is what I keep telling people on TikTok that keep saying in the comments, oh, I can't believe I got this one wrong. I never heard of this before. This was quite difficult or whatever. Or, you know, and they're really sorry for themselves that they got something wrong. It's like, no, you don't understand. If you get a question wrong in a pub quiz kind of environment, or in any environment, if you get a question wrong, when you then hear the correct answer, you've learned something new. So that in itself is a good thing, if you can remember it. But still, at that moment, you've learned something new. So I just, I keep reiterating that to people, and then it just, is quite a positive. You turn a negative into a positive, and there's only a good thing then after that, right? So yeah, sorry, for question 1, Jan says, was it name of characters or name of actors? So for question 1, the character names, because I asked which 2 FBI agents investigated the X-Files. I'm sure there are some of you, like me, who could tell you both, but no, I just want the character names, and even just their surnames for a point each on that one. Question number 5. Okay, this one is a little bit tougher. Dr. Julian Bashir was the physician in which Gene Roddenberry TV series? Dr. Julian Bashir was the physician in which Gene Roddenberry TV series? Always learning, but normally forget by the next day. LOL. Yes, Tracy. Maybe. But if the question pops up again, you might see it and be prompted. You might have that memory back there somewhere. You might not remember it unless you were prompted, but you might still remember it. And that's a good thing, I think. Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, over the years of me doing this kind of thing, all the questions I've read out, I don't remember every single answer, everything, but I know a lot more as a result of it. And when these things pop up, when I'm doing or involved in quizzes or see quizzes on TV or something, I'm like, oh, I know that. And I realise I know it because of the quizzes. And that's it. So it does come back to you sometimes. It's all useless information. It's just for fun. But at the same time, it's true. If you ask me, it's true at least. Always learning. Right, question number 6. Bender Bending Rodriguez. The character Bender Bending Rodriguez features in which TV sci-fi series? Bender Bending Rodriguez features in which TV sci-fi series? Okay, question number 7. What speed must Marty McFly's DeLorean reach to travel through time? What speed must Marty McFly's DeLorean reach to travel in time? The speed, by the way, should be in miles per hour, in case you're really not sure on what that question's all about. Have a guess at something miles per hour. I'll tell you that much. Question number 8. What is the X-Men arch-rival Magneto's real name? It says here according to the films, but I'm pretty sure it's this anyway. Which is the X-Men arch-villain Magneto's real name? Yes, it is his real name in the comics as well. Yeah, I thought it was. I just didn't want to say it without being certain. What is the X-Men arch-villain Magneto's real name on film? And in general, now we know. Yes, Sir Ian McKellen. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. He was excellent. I mean, he's obviously good in everything, being Ian McKellen, but yeah, he was very good as Magneto. Okay, question number 9 now. Question number 9. Thomas A. Anderson is the central character in which 1999 movie and its sequels? I'll throw that in there as a clue. Thomas A. Anderson is the central character in which 1999 movie and its sequels, but name the original movie for a point. Question number 10. Who was the first ape ever to speak according to the Planet of the Apes? Who was the first ape ever to speak according to the Planet of the Apes? Question 11 now. Question 11. Which series features the leading character of Michael Burnham, played by Sonequa Martin Green? Which series features the leading character of Michael Burnham, played by Sonequa Martin Green? Question number 12. What blinded most of the people of Earth in the day of the Triffids? What blinded most of the people of Earth in the day of the Triffids? Question 13 now for 2 more points. Which actor and actress went on the run in the film Logan's Run? Which actor and which actress, 1 point for each, went on the run in the film Logan's Run? Okay, question 14. Here comes your Star Wars question for the round for 3 points. Which Star Wars films first featured the spacecraft named the Millennium Falcon, Slave One, and the Naboo Royal Starship? So 1 point for each. The first movie that was released to feature these ships, 1 point for each. The Millennium Falcon, Slave One, and the Naboo Royal Starship. And if you really don't have a clue, but you know some Star Wars film titles, it's worth a guess. You're bound to get 1 point, surely. Logan's Run, some part about Wolverine I'm not aware about. No, Logan's Run was released in 1976. Nothing to do with Wolverine, I'm afraid. I haven't actually seen it myself. But yeah, something totally different. Although it sounds like a good premise for a film, Wolverine being on the run. In general, sounds interesting. I suppose there's a little bit of that in Logan, actually, if I remember rightly. I don't know, I only saw it once. Okay, your final question is for 6 points. So obviously 1 point for each of the correct answers here. Jerry Anderson used super marionation puppets in which 6 sci-fi TV series? 1 point for each. I loved some of these growing up. Some of them I never watched, but there's at least 3 of these I loved. So Jerry Anderson used super marionation puppets in which 6 sci-fi TV series? Yes, Jan, that would be a plot twist, yeah. Jenny says chronological release date. If you mean the Star Wars question, I mean release date. Sorry if that wasn't clear initially. So, in order the Star Wars films were released, when did those ships first appear? Because for 2 of them that does make a difference, but for 1 of them it doesn't. I'm sure we'll get into why when I get to the answers. So yeah, for question 14 again, which Star Wars films first featured the spacecraft named Millennium Falcon, Slave One, and the Naboo Royal Starship based on the order the films were released? Any repeats of questions, now's the time to let me know. And just so you know, the picture round will be posted as soon after this as I can. And it'll be, just a normal post as always in the Facebook group. So keep an eye out for that. If you then like it or comment on it or engage with that post in any way, You'll then get a notification when I post the answers to it in the comments a little bit later on. I don't tend to wait too long after now, but I will give you a little bit of time and then I'll post the answers. Just don't obviously look at them until you're ready to see the answers. But yeah, I really would like your feedback on it. I hope you like it. I think there's a good balance of movies, movie posters, and you just got to name the movie for 1 point each. There's 15 of them, as most of the quiz rounds I do are. No repeats have come in again. This could be the first night ever in the history of Big Quiz Night In that nobody's asked me to repeat a question. It's unbelievable. All right, let's go through them then because it's 9:15. So here we go with the answers for the sci-fi round, guys. Question number 1. Which 2 FBI agents investigated the X-Files? It is Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. So Mulder and Scully, 1 point for each. Question 2. What does the T stand for in James T. Kirk? It is Tiberius. James Tiberius Kirk. Question 3. Agent J and K were the principal characters in which blockbuster movies? It is Men in Black. Question 4. Name the computer systems that star in 2001: A Space Odyssey, Red Dwarf, and the Terminator series of films. For 2001, it is HAL 9000. In Red Dwarf, it is Holly. And then the Terminator series of films, it is Skynet. Jan says a lot of kids in my school had a crush on Dana Scully. Yeah, I think a lot of people in general did, mate. Most definitely. Andy says, can you repeat the entire quiz? You seem to be missing the repeat requests. I know, right? Yeah, I'll just repeat the whole thing for you. No. I like to be sure before I move on. So yes, that last one was HAL 9000, Holly and Skynet. Dr. Julian Bashir was the physician in the Gene Roddenberry TV series Star Trek Deep Space Nine. You do not get a point if you only put Star Trek. You have to put Deep Space Nine. Question 6. Bending Rodriguez features in which TV sci-fi series? It is the animated series Futurama, made by the same people that make The Simpsons. And it's very funny. Love it. I'm not too sure about the other one. I'm watching it. They've done a new one, Dreamland, something or other. Or it's set in a place called Dreamland. It's on Netflix. I forget what it's called, to be honest, but I do watch it. Not too sure about it yet. A bit more grown up than the other two, so it's not one to let kids watch. Okay, question number 7. What speed must Marty McFly's DeLorean reach to travel in time? It is 88 miles per hour. The reason it's 88, in case you didn't know, is because the real DeLorean car could only go 87 miles an hour. It was too heavy to go 88 miles an hour, so that's why in the film they set it at 88 miles an hour. There you go, fun fact for you. Question 8. What is the X-Men arch-villain Magneto's real name on film? It is Eric Lensher. Question 9. Thomas A. Anderson is the central character in which 1999 movie? Mr. Anderson. It is The Matrix. That is Keanu Reeves' character in The Matrix before he becomes Neo. His alter ego is Neo, but Thomas A. Anderson is his real name. Question 10. The first ape ever to speak, according to the Planet of the Apes, is Caesar. Question 11. The series that features the leading character Michael Burnham, played by Sonequa Martin Green, is Star Trek Discovery, which is again this one on Netflix. It's good fun. We like that. Something new and different for Star Trek. Breaks the mold, but it's good fun. Question 12. What blinded most of the people of Earth in the Day of the Triffids? It was a comet that blinded them. Question 13. Which actor and actress went on the run in the film Logan's Run? It is Michael York and Jenny Agutter. Agutter? Agutter. Question 14. The 3 Star Wars films then that featured the Millennium Falcon, Slave One, and the Naboo Royal Starship first, based on the order they were released. So the Millennium Falcon first appears in A New Hope, Episode 4. Then Slave One, which is Boba Fett's ship, first features in Empire Strikes Back. The same ship is then used in the prequels, but if we're going on release order, Empire Strikes Back is the answer. And the Naboo Royal Starship is that big silver shiny mirror-like one which is in the Phantom Menace first. So A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back and the Phantom Menace for 3 points. Question 15. Jerry Anderson used Super Marionation puppets in which 6 sci-fi TV series? So we have Supercar, Thunderbirds, Fireball XL5, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, and Terrorhawks. 1 point for each. Let's see how many of those you got then. Tally up your scores. Let's see how well you do with those guys, and we'll say our goodbyes as we approach 9:20. I'll be posting the pitch around very soon. Again, don't forget to give me your feedback on that one. Let's see how you get on though, and do click the link. Both the links I've shared earlier on are in the description of the video as well, so you can always click them at any time and support me however you wish. A new month of Patreon is upon us, so if you are a Patreon already, then you are perfectly entitled to get more requests in for quiz rounds, for Lima audio quizzes if you want, for questions you'd like to pop up in the quiz or subjects for questions. All of that is now open again, so please do let me know through the usual channels, please. 7 for Diva. Well, hey, that's 7 more points than you probably thought you were going to get, so don't you worry. Was Joe 90 a Jerry Anderson one as well? Oh, good question. It might have been as well. Maybe there was 7 then. Yeah. Was Joe 90 Jerry Anderson? Jerry and Sylvia Anderson. Oh, okay. Give yourself a point for that one as well. Of course it was. Yeah, I thought there might be something wrong with that list. There we go. Yeah, okay. Have a point for that as well. There's 7 in total. So if you wrote down Joe 90, give yourself a point for that as well. I'm going to add it as well here. Joe 90. I don't know why it wouldn't be there. Yeah, so yeah, give yourself points for that as well. Just the 2 of us, Han Solo and Princess Leia, have scored 15. Well done, crazy. 10 points for me to finish the quiz today, says Jan. Not the best round for me, but always lots of fun. Brilliant, thanks for that. 19 for Team Bath. 21 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. 14 for Britzillians. The Wee Donkeys have got 5. And say, but we learnt a lot. Apologies to Star Wars on today of all days. No problem at all, don't you worry. Great fun, says Diva. You're welcome. What else we got? 16 for Tracy. Then yes, the 2 of you can have 16 points then. Lucky 7 for me. Not my specialist subject. Well, I appreciate you sticking around, Stella. Anyway, I knew it wouldn't be for everybody, but you've all learnt something a bit new there as well. 19 points for Back in Black, or Royal Back in Black, or whatever names you're going by these days. You're always chopping and changing. It's always so funny to see what you've chosen each time. So there we go, guys. Thank you all for turning up again to another quiz night here on Big Quiz Nighting's Facebook page. A 9 for Luke. Well done, mate. That's all right. 9 points is a good score still for a tricky sci-fi round. But yeah, thank you all for turning up. I really appreciate it. And we'll do the same again next week with some different quiz rounds. And also the picture round will be coming soon. So, and yes, you're welcome, Diva. I'm glad you still appreciate everything I do. We'll keep it going. Yeah, but do click the link in the description and do see where else you can support Big Quiz Night In. There's loads of other fun things I'm sharing and posting across social media and ways you can support me. And yeah, next week will be another Facebook Live quiz. So tell your friends, spread the word. Let's see if we can get some more people coming down for the next one. Share this page with anybody you like. And the more engagements we get, then the bigger it grows. Simple as that. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.